Hey, everybody. Welcome to the goddamn grease trap. Told you we'd be back soon.
God, man, I'm having deja vu right now.
Now we're back.
Double vision.
Feels like we just did one of these, man.
Yeah, it does. Very strange. It's almost like no time has passed.
Guys, though, I know a lot of people worry about COVID-19, but good news is Trump says we're going to reopen the economy by Easter.
Well, by the time they're seeing this, the economy's already been reopened and it's fine. Everything's good.
You're right, guys. So now we're all,
COVID-19 is old news by the time people are seeing this. Everything just turned out fine, so.
Yeah.
Everything's great.
Everything's awesome now.
You guys heard they finally postponed the Olympics? It was like for a while, the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, were like, no, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's like, man, come on. The Olympics can't fucking happen during a pandemic. Please cancel it or fucking postpone it.
No, don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy,
They've
Scotty.
been postponed to 2020.
Scotty. Scotty, why are you such a pussy?
Why am I a pussy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just have 20 Olympics.
20 Olympics?
20 of them.
How about 2,000 Olympics, TJ? Huh?
Dude, here's a
Think about
question for the ages.
Yeah, I gotcha. Let's do it.
What's your favorite nipple type?
Ooh, okay.
What kind of nipples do you like? Do you like dinner plate nipples?
Let me see if I can pull up. Let me see if I can find like a. Nipples? Let me see if I can find like a drawn sort of nipple guide here. Guide.
An illustrated nipple guide.
Yeah, because obviously we can't do photos, but we could probably get away with drawings.
You can just describe the nip.
Yeah, but I feel like I need a visual aid for this. Types of nipples.
Oh, we're looking at that. Did you see Joe Biden's live stream?
Oh God.
Dude, I love all the people like blue no matter who. And I'm like, dude, I just saw this live stream. You can't convince me. Like, even if you had an argument, just show someone that live stream, be like, just what you want. I mean, because here's the difference. Trump can hold a press conference, and it might be a retarded press conference, but he can still hold the press conference. Like Joe Biden was like, is this thing on?
Hello?
The capital's mic.
Hello?
Joe Biden has just looked like a lost grandpa throughout this entire fucking electoral cycle.
It's getting worse, though, dude. It's like, it's crazy.
We talking about nipples, though, right now, Scotty.
Okay, I'm sorry.
This ain't about Joe Biden. Why are you trying to fucking sidetrack this fucking conversation into Joe Biden territory?
I wonder if Joe Biden's got some
spirit animal.
All right, so I can't find a decent nipple guide, so I'm just gonna have to fucking think in my head about this shit.
How many kinds of nipples are there?
So what did you say you like, Paul?
I mean, I'm kind of a nipple generalist.
No, bullshit. You gotta fucking pick a fave.
I mean,
there's gotta be one kind of nipple that rises to the top of the nipple heap.
So apparently there's 4 to 8 types of nipples. There can be flat, protruding, inverted, unclassified. That's either multiple or divided.
Mm-hmm. I like them kind of like the nipples will be a little bit puffy, you know, like when I like when the areola is kind of raised too, you know,
the poofy nipples.
Yeah, I kind of like them poofy nipples a little bit.
And it says here on this site, TJ, your nipple is in your areola. Just so you know.
Right, yeah. But I'm talking about, well, the nipple is the whole fucking shebang, you know?
And I guess it says here, TJ, if you're worried about this, inverted nipples are normal.
Oh, yeah, I got inverted nipples.
Yeah, so there you go. It's normal.
They'll come out sometimes, but not often. But we ain't talking about that.
I've got pepperoni nips.
Yeah, you do. It is like 2 big old fucking slices of pepperoni.
I mean, they're not huge.
Oh, they're huge.
Yeah.
They're gigantic.
They're like pepperoni nips.
No, they're fucking gigantic. They're basically like 2 fucking slices of bologna on your fucking chest.
So Tita, you didn't pick your favorite though. Do you see? You did protruding, or do you want unclassified?
I'm gonna go with that kind of like puffier nipple. I like a big areola around the nipple either way. So yeah, I mean I like a nipple that got some stick out to it.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say like protruding, not to some crazy degree, but like
Yeah, I don't like if it protrudes to the point where it like starts like curving upward. That's kind of weird. But if it just kind of sticking out, I like that.
I like them door stopper nipples, dude.
Door stopper.
Just you can just reach out and.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that? You like a fucking nipple with some length?
Oh, dude, what about this one, Paul? What if you fell in love with somebody and you found out that they had the this condition? It's athelialia, which is they do not have nipples.
Whoa.
That'd be kind of hot, honestly. It'd be like fucking a cyborg or something.
Yeah, or like a living Barbie doll or some shit.
It's like, oh shit,
she ain't even got no nipples.
The titty with no nipple.
Especially if they were big old titties, you know. Big set of tits with no nips. It's a little strange, but I think you could get down with that.
I am a titty generalist, though. Like I do like all shapes and sizes of titty. I like big saggy titties. I like tiny titties. I like everything in between.
Oh, TJ, look, TJ, I'm sending you something.
You sending me something?
I found drawings of what you were talking about.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, there you go,
wow.
TJ.
All right.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go.
Huh. Damn. Oh.
17.com. Uh-oh.
It's all, but yeah, but it's illustrations.
Okay. Yeah, but these are illustrations of 17-year-old nipples. We can't show this.
Okay, Paul.
Whoa. Scotty's sending us fucking inappropriate content here. All right, here we go. Now we can do this. This is who gives a shit. Let me go here.
What's the grease trap anyways? This isn't for...
There are 8 types of nipples in the world. All right. So protruding. Okay. Yeah. Looks good. Flat. All right. Less good, but whatever. Puffy. I don't necessarily want them off to the side as much as that, but yeah. Inverted. I'm not down with this. I mean, maybe I'm a hypocrite because I got this kind of titty, the male equivalent of the inverted titty.
We want that genetic diversity in your titty, TJ.
But I ain't down. Whoa! Hell no.
Oh, I don't want. Oh, it's like the titties are winking at you.
Yeah, I don't want no winking titty.
I like that.
Paul likes it. Paul's down with it.
Variety.
Variety is the spice of life.
Give me a little wink.
Bumpy. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I could deal with a little texture. I can read that braille.
Yeah.
Hairy? No.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Read that braille in my mouth.
See, well, no. Just going to say no. Oh, yeah. Extra nipple.
Yeah.
Off to the side. Take
for the price of one.
It's good to have a backup nipple, you know? You might get breast cancer or something. They might have to surgically reconstruct your titty. You got a spare nipple.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with this. Like, suck 2 nipples, get 1 free.
Yeah. I mean, this is a good deal.
It's a bonus pack nipple.
Hell yeah.
Marky Mark has 3 nipples. You know that?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mark Wahlberg was born with the triple nipple.
He also beat some dude so badly he blinded him. Some Asian dude.
What?
Sweet.
Yeah.
Why?
Couldn't have fucked with Marky Mark.
Damn, Paul. Paul confirmed Asian racist.
Why'd he do it? Was it because he was scared it was going to have coronavirus?
I think that's what the reason was. I think he had a vision of the Wuhan Chinese virus, and he's like,
It's fucking crazy how these celebrities can get away with, like, crazy shit like that normal people definitely could never get away with.
Well, they got money.
Beat man blind? What the fuck?
You didn't know about
that? Yeah, I never heard of that. Mark Wahlberg assault victim. Actor didn't blind him, should get pardoned.
Okay, I guess that's a myth then.
Mark Wahlberg did not blind a man in one eye during an assault in 1988, says the victim. He did hurt me, but my left eye was already gone. Okay.
Oh, his eye was
He was not responsible for that.
So he beat a blind man.
So he beat a man who was already blind.
Okay.
Which is
clarify.
It's remarkably less cool. Beat the shit out of a blind dude. Way to go, Marky Mark.
During the assault, let's see, what the fuck is the story behind this? So I guess he lost his eye in 1975 he was in the Vietnamese army. During the assault in Boston, Wahlberg punched Trin in the eye after first hitting another Vietnamese man in the head with a large stick and hurling racial slurs.
Damn.
He was young and reckless, but I forgive him now, said Trin, who did not know his assailant wound up a famous movie star. Everyone deserves another chance. Okay. So I guess this guy. I guess this guy's pretty forgiving. We all beat a little ass when we young, you know? So I guess Mark Wahlberg attacked some Vietnamese dudes and shouted some racist shit and
you know, but he knew what the fuck he didn't know he was going to be famous at the time.
He was young. He was young. He didn't know.
I had to beat up a slow kid in grade school. Well, I didn't beat him up, but
you had to hit him.
I had to punch him. Yeah, it's true. We were playing Smear the Queer.
Whoa, Paul!
Whoa. I'm sorry, that used to be a game back in the day. Smear the Queer was a game. You know, the times were different.
Paul's been canceled now.
The 80s were not woke. And the slow kid was playing with us, and he was the queer, and I smeared him pretty bad, and he got mad and got in my face, so I punched him.
Oh, damn.
I punched him. I feel bad about it to this day.
You weren't a violent guy, Paul. Damn. That was like your one moment in your life you're like, fuck this.
There was a fat kid in grade school that we used to call retarded Fu Manchu. Yeah, he wasn't Asian. He was just this fat kid that thought he knew karate. And he would threaten you and do like these stupid like fat guy roundhouse kicks and shit and brag all the time about what a martial artist he was.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I don't know why that just popped into my head. I haven't thought about retarded Fu Manchu in a long time.
Oh, yes, you have.
Thinking about you right now, Paul. That's why.
Yeah. I wonder sometimes if any of the people that I remember from back in the day ever think about me and say the same type of shit.
Oh, definitely.
Did you have a nickname in school? They were like, yeah, I remember this one kid, Tubby Tits or whatever the fuck.
I mean, I didn't get a nickname until middle school. In like the 7th and 8th grade, people used to call me, well, there was two. Paul Porky, obviously.
Yeah, easy.
And then the Mexican kids used to call me Paul Porque.
Porque.
Which means why or for what. So I don't know what that was about.
I do.
Well, definitely Paul's part of some story, because there was the kid that didn't you get a fight over like a football team or something, like the Broncos or some shit, and the Raiders?
Oh yeah, I got my ass beat over the Broncos, which was stupid because I didn't even really care.
I was talking to oh, you go ahead.
No, that's okay. I've told the story.
I was talking. Well, I was just thinking about people in school with like silly, ridiculous, like kind of nicknames like that. And there was a kid at my wife's school. She was just talking to me the other day. She's talking about like reminiscing about when she was, I guess it was probably high school, and she was talking about there was this kid there who I guess everyone called White Lightning. Because he was like a little tiny albino kid that would run really awkwardly everywhere he went. Like a special ed kid. So everyone just called him White Lightning because he'd just like run through the halls all like gangly and fucking shit. And just like a little white streak passing you by.
Why the fuck did I go to school with like the white albino hobbit that just ran around from class to class, dude? It's like, what the hell?
There was a kid in my school who every day there was like a certain part of the day I'd walk through the hallway and he would always shout, "Jolly Green Giant!"
And what was wrong with him?
I don't know. I could never figure out who it was though. I would always look and they could never fucking discern like who was doing it.
Oh, he was talking to you?
Yeah, every time. Every time he'd yell out to me, "Jolly Green Giant!" And I'd look and I could never fucking see who it was. I think he was real covert, whoever it was. I never did. I went through a whole year of that shit. Never figured out who the fuck was saying it.
What if you would have seen him? Would you have confronted him about it?
At some point, probably, because it started to get really annoying as months went by.
I remember that actually happening because briefly me and TJ went to the same school or walk down the hallway. I would actually avoid TJ in school at a point though, because like he would actually try to attack me. Like I'd walk in the hallway, if TJ saw me, he would actually like swing at me like, "Fuck you, Scotty."
Damn.
I do remember that dude doing that to you. A lot of people also call TJ tall guy.
Tall guy.
Hey, tall guy. Tall guy.
Hey, tall guy. Come here. Tall guy.
The fascinating thing about TJ in school was that his name is TJ. Everyone calls TJ TJ, but everyone begins like, "Is your brother DJ?" I'm like, "No, TJ." "Oh, your brother's CJ." It's like, it's fucking T and a fucking J. How the fucking you fuck that name up?
I've heard it all. TJ, ZJ, BJ. I've even heard a fucking few EJs. I mean, it's like that.
EJ.
I don't know. People can't fucking. People can't hear the fucking T for some reason.
I want to make a retarded Fu Manchu movie now. About like a Down syndrome kid, like a Karate Kid style movie, but with a kid with Down syndrome.
Retarded Fu Manchu, the family film of the summer.
It would be amazing.
Oh yeah, I mean, no
doubt. There was a kid in grade school. His nickname was Pants Down Peter. Can you guess why?
I don't know.
Every time he pissed, he'd pull his pants down.
Yep. He was that kid that he'd walk into the bathroom to use the urinal, and he'd be naked from the waist, and he'd drop his pants all the way to his ankles.
Like Butters.
Like he's 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking God, dude. Like, yeah, there's kids that did in my school too. I never understood that. It's like, dude, you're like fucking 10. You don't need to pull your pants all the way down your fucking ankles anymore. That's when you're a kid.
Yeah, it's like that's how you teach toddlers. You know what I mean?
Did they ever reach a point where they like observe the people around them are not doing that?
I don't know.
Are they just oblivious? Like,
I wonder if Peter is still doing that
to this day. Yeah.
I want to do that in
all
like
the
a
way
big
down.
public restroom. I want to. Next time I'm at a concert or something, I'm just gonna drop my drawers all the way down.
Hey guys,
I love it.
I mean, no one would probably say it to you, but they don't think anyone would stand near you.
Everyone would be scared.
They'd be like, "What's this guy doing?"
I don't know. At a concert where people are drunk, someone might like walk up and smack his ass or something.
If I'm lucky,
they might do something else.
Hey, big boy.
I don't have a very smackable ass though. It's back and crack back there.
Yeah, you got a Hank Hill ass.
Yeah, I really do. It's hard to keep my pants up. Like when I'm wearing sweats and shit, and they're not loose on me, but my pants just want to fall down because there's no ass there, to catch.
Dude, well, you know what? That's comforting to me because Paul has no ass and TJ has no ass. So it's like I got the best ass on the show just by default.
That Hank Hill ass, dude. That's what the kind of ass I have for sure.
Fuck, TJ.
Got no ass.
What the fuck is that thing?
That's Hank Hill's ass, dude.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, what? Like, I just don't. Yeah, I don't even know how. Yeah, I don't get it.
I got no butt, dude. I can't help it. I was born this way.
Dude, I guess at some point in the wild, people were like looking at each other's asses like they wanted to fuck, and they're like, no ass, like rock hard.
It was like all the meat that was supposed to go on my ass ended up in my huge, overblown, fat cock, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
It just accidentally put all my ass meat into my big, giant wang.
Sir, there's been a mix-up on the ass surgery. All the fat that was supposed to go in the ass has been inserted into the cock.
Yep, I got a big blubbery cock.
I mean, that is true. Paul, if you sit next to Paul, it's like he'll shift a lot. Like, ow, damn, sitting on my dick again. Sorry, guys.
Yep.
Just rearrange.
Oh, God.
Shit. Ow, I fucking stepped on my dick again. God damn it.
Damn, this water's cold, guys.
Why does this exist?
Go ahead and put
Give me some eye bleach. No, I don't think I want to. There's no reason to make you guys suffer as I have suffered. Oh.
Didn't want to see us suffer, TJ.
All right.
God damn, no. Hank.
Hank is thick.
Dude, you can see his propane accessories hanging down there, too.
All right. I regret this Hank Hill ass search now.
As you should.
Oh, why the fuck? Okay, well, that's fine.
I mean, come on, TJ.
C'est la vie.
You know the rules of the internet.
Yeah. The rules of the internet.
It's rule 34. Come on. You know what the fuck's going to happen. If you do a search like that, there's some weirdo on the internet that's been like, you know what?
Oh,
fat ass.
You know, I bet Hank Hill looked pretty hot as the trap.
Oh, God, Hank Hill. Oh, God, Hank Hill.
Hank Hill.
Afterwards, I can buy some propane accessories off him.
Jurassic Park is frightening in the dark.
Did you guys ever bully a kid?
Yeah. Definitely.
You were involved in some bullying?
Yeah, totally. I was a bully for a number of years in school.
I wasn't like the biggest bully in school, but looking back on it, I bullied some kids, dude.
I feel like
I was somewhere near the middle of the totem pole, so I got bullied and bullied. You know,
yeah,
what I mean?
I was kind of in the same boat where, a lot of people, I wasn't like super bullied because of my size, but there was definitely people who, would bully me because of my size, especially like little short kids and shit.
That Jolly Green Giant shit is bullying.
Right. Especially when it came to like, they kind of realized like I'm pretty passive. So that became an issue. But then when they realized that I'm only passive up to a point, and that when you get past that point, I basically turn into a fucking psychopath, that kind of stopped. But, there's definitely kids that, it was like pretty easy to, take aggression out on and shit. And I feel bad about it looking back, but, it's the social dynamics of fucking junior high and high school and shit.
I remember 6th grade, I actually bullied a kid that was way bigger than me. Like, so that it's totally possible too. And like literally, like he wasn't super passive, but I would just like jump on him, like grab him and shit. Cause like I was so used to TJ, like I didn't care if he was bigger. It didn't matter to me. I was like, okay. And cause I read TJ fucking punch me and do shit to me all the time. So I didn't give a fuck. But the smaller kids, oh dude, I would just like do wrestling. I was like, let's wrestle. And they'd be like, I don't want to. I'd be like, we're doing it.
Scotty's a punk ass little motherfucker, dude.
Some of those kids in school were like nothing. I definitely got it back though. There were kids that some kid where I was playing football with me, shoved me into a wall and broke my arm.
Oh yeah, that was pretty funny.
So shit happens. But it's just it just depends on your kind of personality. I didn't give a fuck, so it didn't.
I feel like most people probably did at least a little bullying if they're really honest with themselves.
I think so, yeah.
Dude, there was a kid. We didn't really bully him to his face, but there was a lot of there was a whole mythology about him, like behind his back. Yeah, and it's so sociopathic when I think about it. It's like so mean. He was poor.
Yeah,
like he was like a chunky Mexican poor kid named Mario. And we used to make fun of him. Like we had this whole mythology that he lived at the dump. He had a closet that was just big enough to hang his one pair of pants in. And he had like an old Nintendo that he stole that he couldn't afford a TV, so he would hook it up to the radio and just play it by ear. You know what I mean? It was fucked up, man. It's like, oh.
When you're younger, though, that's just the kind of shit you do. If like
kids are fucking evil, they really are.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, dude, you get the chip kids all the time. They'll just tell you you're gonna die, like you're a piece of shit or you're fat. They don't care. Kids do not give a fuck. They haven't learned that societal filter where it's like, even if you're thinking it, maybe don't say it. And some people still do. They don't give a shit. They'll say it till the day they fucking die. But yeah, there's a lot of shit like that. I remember that there's kids like that in my school too. If you were poor or you wore the same clothes over and over again, they'd be like, why's that kid always wear the same fucking shirt? Fucking, you got some broke motherfucker. Well, no, everyone as far as that, but it was just shit like that and harassment and stuff. And if the kids that would have money would just laugh at them and be like, look, I remember this one story. It was actually the kid I picked on, but this guy actually was like 6'3" in 6th grade. He was like a TJ, but he lived in this his mom was like a gold digger and they lived in this big ass mansion. And he sat next to the other kid to pretend to be his friend. He's all like, see where I live? Yeah. It's a really nice house, isn't it? He's like, yeah. Hey, where do you live? In a fucking dump? And then just got off the bus. And I was like, oh my God, dude. Just shit like that. And you just didn't give a fuck. And we all thought it was funny too. Like, maybe you just don't have the level of empathy when you're that age.
Dude, we bullied this kid in 8th grade named Patrick, who had this giant mole on his neck. He was like a fat kid, and he carried like I don't even know what it was because there were no laptops back then, but it looked like a laptop case. Like instead of a backpack, he had like I don't know what you'd call that, like a messenger bag. Yeah, satchel. And me and my friend Rodney would sit behind him on the bus on the way home and poke at his mole with things. Like we'd have a paper clip that we, would undo so we could touch his mole, and he'd swat at it like there was a fly and shit. We picked on him mercilessly for like half the year. And then one day we got off the bus and we were making fun of him and picking on him and talking about his big hairy mole on his neck. And he turned around and swung that fucking messenger satchel at us and said, why don't you just kill me? And we were like, oh shit. And that was the last time we fucked with him.
It's like, okay.
It's like, okay, I feel bad now.
We've gone too far.
That shows you guys were definitely mid-tier bullies, because like a fucking true bully would have just been like, oh, I finally got the reaction I wanted.
Yeah, we both felt immediately bad. We're like, oh, poor Patrick.
You're like, fuck, dude, what are we doing? You guys finally realize like what you had become. Like, we're kind of becoming like pieces of shit.
Yeah, because we were both bullied too. Like Rodney was a little weird kid, and I was the fat kid.
But
so
I mean, that's like that tends to be the thing that most like predicts kind of like bullying behavior, though, is like, you know, someone makes you feel powerless and small and weak and all this other shit, so you fucking find someone who you think you can get away with it towards, and then you do it to fucking reinflate your own ego. Like, at least I'm higher on the totem pole than this piece of shit.
Poor Patrick, dude.
You know what?
He, out of all the kids that I was mean to, he's the one that I feel the worst about for sure.
And I bet you got that mole removed, Paul.
And you know what?
That's fine.
I bet he still has it.
I have it on good authority that Patrick actually killed himself.
Oh, wow. Man, don't say that, TJ.
The bullying of Rodney and Paul's ego.
God damn.
Patrick, this is for you, Paul.
Patrick fucker's like, I'll never be shit as long as I got this mole, and I just can't afford to get it removed. But I can afford 6 foot of rope.
Damn. Oh, I don't know if he could have got the rope around his neck with that big old hairy mole, though.
True enough.
I'm still bullying Patrick all these years.
Poor Patrick.
Damn it. Changed. What if he's one of our patrons and shit?
He's not.
It's like, oh, man.
God damn it. I thought we were done with this, Paul's ego.
Forgave you. Now I must take vengeance, Paul.
Oh, God, man. Poor Patrick.
Hopefully Patrick didn't get into MMA, Paul.
That would be fucked up. Yeah, if he's just like this big yoked dude now.
Shows up like, at your door one day. It's like,
my day, Paul.
Want to laugh at my mole some more?
Say something about the mole now, bitch.
I'm a Mexican wrestler. They call me Holy Moly.
I've embraced what I am.
Oh, speaking of wrestlers, dude, I watched I was watching this Vice documentary about Chris Benoit.
Oh, Benoit, yeah.
Dude. Yeah, dude.
The dark side of wrestling?
Yeah, it's like Dark Side of the Ring or some shit.
Yeah.
I watched it. It's a 2-parter. I think only part 1's out. I think maybe part 2's coming out like today or soon or whatever. But, man, part 1 was pretty fucking crazy. I did not know all the backstory involved in that fucking case.
Dude, it was a fucked up case, man. Because I think we covered it for some. I think maybe you covered it, or I did, or actually I think I did. I remember pulling all the stuff about it. Like, I'm sure they would way more in depth and probably interviewed a ton of people. But God, it was just,
well, like a lot of people that they probably should have been able to interview, they can't because they're all, you know, under Vince McMahon's thumb and shit. But
well, also a lot of wrestlers too. You know, like their lifespan of a wrestler is not very long.
Right, but they had Chris Jericho being interviewed. They had Chavo Guerrero being interviewed. They had Chris Benoit's surviving son being interviewed.
Oh, that's crazy, dude.
You know, they had a lot of the women that were in his life. I think like not his wife, but like the sister of the woman he killed was being interviewed.
Oh my God! And then before all the facts came out, they have that fucking just that total black eye on the WWE, the fucking Benoit tribute show, and it's like, oh God, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because you want to assume when someone's dead that they didn't fucking murder their family and shit. You know, you don't want to assume that about them. Like, oh, their family's dead. You want to assume there was like, and it was an accident. There was a gas leak or something. Everyone died tragically. You know, there wasn't the dude's fucking CTE.
I strangled my wife and I smothered my son, and then I hanged myself in the garage.
Yeah. You don't assume that's what happened.
So yeah, it was I mean, like, it was really fucking crazy because they really get into like the depths of like what was going on in his life and shit around that time. And
well, his brain was just so fucking damaged.
They haven't even gotten into that. Basically it was about the first part anyway, was about how him and like Eddie Guerrero were like super, super close.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And Eddie died. And it was just like this dude, Chris Benoit, who like people said like never showed emotion before that, was just like totally destroyed by it. And would just like cry constantly, could not stop crying. Was like literally like would like go. he would be on like at Eddie's fucking house or whatever or whatever the fuck, like on Eddie's side of the bed, like clutching his pillow and crying. I honestly think there might have been something, you know, like going on. Like, because they even said, like, it was more like if someone loses a spouse or something. Like, it was like that level of fucking intense, insane grief that was just like, he had no outlet for it. He had no ability to process it or deal with it. He totally withdrew from everyone else in his life. And, you know, so there's like this like crazy tragedy that he just could not.
Like something more there than just losing a buddy.
He could not deal with it. I mean, it could have just been that they were just super fucking close friends and whatever.
I mean, yeah, that's true too. I mean, like they toured. I mean, these guys were on the road,
right? And this was the guy that he spent more time with this dude than he did with his family. Whether there was anything sexual or not, because they were just everywhere they went. They went together. They're on the road fucking like 300 days out of the year or some crazy amount of fucking time. You know,
you're flying, you're driving, you're traveling, you know, everything is just do with this person. I mean, that's basically like, yeah, it's either like Silent Bob, your hetero life mate, or, you know, maybe your homosexual life mate, whatever. But I mean, like you said, they were just at a huge, just their bond was so strong and so close. We'll have to check it out, dude. I saw it pop up in my recommendations, but I hadn't known anyone that watched it yet.
It's definitely worth a watch. I mean,
one of the fucking darker incidents.
Even if you don't give a flying fuck about wrestling, it's still a pretty compelling story.
Well, I definitely cared about wrestling from especially the Attitude Era when all that stuff went down. So
it was 2000.
Chris Benoit was a great wrestler. I mean, but we take Dan out. I mean, out of it. I mean, he was on one of the top. He was like a top performer.
And some people would argue that he was the best.
I mean, some people do. In the history of wrestling, I probably don't agree with that, but he was definitely on the top of the card.
Oh yeah, he was definitely among the best. Share of workers.
Testicles.
So this is what is this? Without paid sick leave. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Me. I was just looking at a list of share of workers at major corporations without paid sick leave. Sonic 94%, Applebee's 89%, Pizza Hut 88%, Burger King 86%, Subway 86%, Domino's 85%, Dunkin' Donuts 85%, Wendy's 84%, McDonald's 78%, Chick-fil-A 78%, Taco Bell 77%.
If there's only something our government could do.
There isn't.
Yeah, they're powerless, dude. They can't.
Hashtag reopen America. Hashtag reopen America.
No, it's not time yet.
Oh, it's time, Scotty. It's fucking time.
Oh, dude. And they're going to pass some massive stimulus. It's going to be a fucking gift to giant corporations yet again, like the fucking cruise industry. Dude, I wish that, like, if anything...
Dude, I heard about a cruise that has, like, 42 sick people on it with flu-like symptoms.
Yeah.
That's about to... Yeah. And I'm like, why are there still fucking cruises happening?
Well, there's these month-long cruises and shit.
Okay, so I guess they're just like
they're in international waters
or whatever.
But dude, cruises are so not only that are they just hotbeds of disease and the best of times, they're just terrible for the environment, dude. It's just so horrible. It's just destroying the fucking planet. Like, dude, abolish cruises. Just abolish those fucking things now. Just every cruise ship, just dismantle. Be done with that shit.
Start with Tom Cruise, the worst cruise of all.
Well, let's not get carried away. TJ.
Yeah, we got to kill that son of a bitch.
What about Top Gun?
Well, you already shot it.
Why'd you just get way louder, TJ?
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
I don't know.
Check
what the fuck?
Wreck yourself, TJ.
I didn't change shit.
I heard something go dring on your computer, and now you're fucking insanely loud.
Yeah, your volume went way up.
Looks like your guys's did too. I don't know.
Damn it, TJ.
I didn't do it.
What are you, Bart Simpson? I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Is it still really loud?
I mean, it sounds a little better now.
Are you guys there?
How about now?
Yes, please.
Yeah, it sounds fine.
Okay. Well,
good job, TJ.
That concludes this edition of Le Gris Le Trap. So
It ain't over till we say it's over, TJ.
Okay,
right, it's over.
We can keep going then. Go ahead.
No, it's over.
It's over? Okay.
It's over.
Is it over, Paul?
It's been over.
It's been over? Holy shit. When was it over?
It's over.
Right when it began.
Oh, damn. All right. The minute that it's born.